This video will cover solving algebraic equations and how to check your solution using substitution. So, just to recap how to write an equation. You need to make sure that you read worded problems carefully, underline values that need to be given a variable and define that variable, and circle words that tell you operations, and then write your equation. If we're given an equation, we then need to be able to solve to find the unknown value. So our first example here is 3a minus 1 equals 14. What I need to do is I need to rearrange the equation in order to isolate a, so to get a by itself. Now to do this, I need to do the opposite operation of what's currently happening. So if I've got 3a minus 1, to move 1 to the other side, the opposite of subtraction is addition. So I need to add 1, add 1. You must do it to both sides so that your equation stays balanced. So in my next line, I would now have 3a equals 14 plus 1 is 15. Now, if I've got 3 written next to a, the operation that is in between there is a multiplication. So that is the same as saying 3 times a equals 15. So in order to move 3 to the other side, I need to do the opposite operation. So the opposite operation of times is divide. So I need to divide by 3 on both sides. So if I have 3a divided by 3 and 15 divided by 3, I now have a equals 5. Now I can check my answer by substituting a equals 5 back into my original equation. So my original equation was 3a minus 1 equals 14. If I substitute 5 into a, I'll have 3 times 5 minus 1 equals 14. Now 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 minus 1 is 14. Now because the left-hand side equals the right-hand side, I know that my answer is correct, so a equals 5. If I have a look at my next example, I have 7 outside of 5 minus x equals 14. Now in between that 7 and the brackets is a multiplication sign. So if I want to move 7 to the other side, the opposite operation of multiplication is division, so I can divide by 7. So I will then have 5 minus x equals 14 divided by 7 is 2. Your next step is I want to move the 5. Now currently that 5 is a positive 5, so our opposite operation will be to minus 5. So you'll have minus 5 and minus 5. So then I have negative x equals 2 minus 3 is negative 3. Now because I want just x, in front of that x, that means there is a negative 1. So I need to divide by negative 1. And so x equals 3. You can also check this answer using substitution. So you would then have 7 outside of 5 minus 3 equals 14. So you would have 7 times 5 minus 3 is 2 equals 14. So we have 14 equals 14. Our third example is 3x minus 6 over 4 equals 3. So currently that fraction shows that there is a division occurring. So in order to move the 4, the opposite operation would be to multiply. So I need to multiply both sides by 4. So my second line of working would be 3x minus 6 equals, now 3 times 4 is 12. I now have 3x minus 6 equals 12. So our opposite operation of minus 6 would be adding 6. So I plus 6 to both sides. So I have 3x equals 18. Now remember, if that 3 is right next to the x, the operation in between is a multiplication sign. So it's 3 times x equals 18. So in order to move the 3 to the other side, my opposite operation is to divide. So I need to divide both sides by 3. So that means that I have x equals 6. Again, I can check my answer. So 3 times 6 minus 6 divided by 4 equals 3. So 3 times 6 is 18 minus 6 over 4 is 3. Now 18 minus 6 is 12 over 4 equals 3. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 3 equals 3. So that means that my answer of x equals 6 is correct. My final example is x over 4 plus 3 equals 7. Now again, I want to make sure that I get my letter by itself. So the opposite operation of adding 3 is to take away 3 or subtract 3. So that means that my next line of working will be x over 4 equals 7 minus 3, which is 4. Now x over 4 is the same as saying x divided by 4. So my opposite operation would be to times. So I times both sides by 4. So I now have x equals 16. Again, I can check if my answer is correct by substituting it back in. So 16 over 4 plus 3 equals 7. Now 16 divided by 4 is 4, plus 3 equals 7. Now 4 plus 3 is 7. So my left-hand side equals my right-hand side. So that means my answer is correct. Now when we're solving equations, you generally do the reverse order of BEDMAS. So you move your subtraction and addition first, then you move your multiplication division, and then you move your brackets.